The IPL 2025 was one of the finest seasons of all time, but it was also the most unexpected season. Just look at the champions. Royal Challengers Bengaluru finally delivered a victory after 18 long years, and I'm really happy for them. But this season was full of uncertainties. Sunrisers Hyderabad, who were expected to be the top contenders for the title this season, did not deliver. Chennai Super Kings did not play like their usual selves. I've decided to list down all the takeaways from this season. Let's have a look. Having a well-balanced squad is very important for team success. Most of the teams had gone through a complete transformation ahead of the start of the season. Punjab Kings went in with a clean slate, having retained just two uncapped players. On the other hand, Mumbai Indians had their core intact. They retained Hardik Pandya, Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah and even Tilak Verma. With these retentions, they already look like a very strong side even before the auctions. And in the auctions, they built a squad around these retained players, and that is what made them a very strong side, at least on paper. They did not have the best start to the season, but with this core intact, they were never out of the race and they always had a chance. And that turned out to be true. They won 7 out of their last 9 league stage games and comfortably made it to the qualifiers. In fact, they were also in contention to make it to the top 2. And the biggest reason for that was at least one of their top 5 retained players gave a performance in every single match. If Rohit didn't fire at the top, Surya would stabilize the innings. When Bumrah wasn't available, Hardik took the responsibility of taking wickets. This understanding of each other's game and the role in the team and adapting to it when the things go south is what made them a very successful team this season. Sunrisers Hyderabad had also retained their core, but they lacked the understanding of each other's game. That's what went wrong for them this season. I'll get to that more in a minute, but for now, teams like Punjab Kings and Royal Challengers Bengaluru have many players who can be in their core. They would want to nurture them and want them to be available for them for the foreseeable future. When building squads, teams usually prioritize specialist players who can perform well for them in their home conditions. Chennai Super Kings usually invest heavily in their spinners to take advantage of the turning conditions in the Chepauk Stadium. RCB usually have many power hitters to take advantage of the flat wicket and the small boundaries in the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Many teams had that this time around, but not everyone was able to take advantage of that completely. CSK had 3 great spin options in Ravichandran Ashwin, Ravindra Jadeja and Noor Ahmed. But except for Noor, these two did not have a significant contribution in the team's performance this season. The management had invested a lot on these players, but they did not deliver this time around. The lack of taking more wickets at home cost them many matches. They only won 1 match at home and lost 5. That's never happened before. Chepauk used to be CSK's fortress, but it was breached this time around. For RCB, the case was completely different. The wicket at the Chinnaswamy Stadium was very different from how it usually is. It required the batters to hold their ground, but RCB failed to realize that early on. Every batter tried to go big early on and failed to get any good runs on the board and kept losing their wickets. And once they did realize that, the innings were built around Virat Kohli and he anchored the games brilliantly and performed very consistently throughout the season. After that, they had a very solid home season in the second half. Chennai Super Kings did not have the season that they would have hoped for. Their batting woes continued right through the season. Their top order did not show any intent and they were too cautious to take any risks. A key that they missed this season was Ruturaj Gaikwad not opening the innings. He's a very smart batter and there was absolutely no reason for him not to open. For most of the season, they struggled to find a solid, stable opening pair. They needed someone to attack, but nobody did until they found Ayush Matre. But by then, it was too late. Even in the middle order, they had zero attacking instincts. Shivam Dube's role in the team is to take on attack in the middle overs and score some quick runs. He specializes against taking on spin, but he had a bizarre strike rate of just 132 overall in this season, and that dropped even further against spin to just 114. That's absolutely unacceptable. Had he taken more chances and tried to score quicker, the team could have gotten some better results. They finally got some quick runs at the back end of the season. Ayush Matre played with brilliant intent and looked very good at the top of the order. Even other young players like Sam Curran, Devalt Brevis, Sheikh Rashid, and even Urvil Patel looked aggressive. They needed more of that throughout the season. But a big positive for them now is that these could be the core of the team for the next season, and they will have to build a squad around these players. T20 cricket has become about big hitting and flamboyant batting. Players are finding the most bizarre shots to manipulate the field, and it is very interesting to watch. But what if it fails? Should there be a plan B, or should the batters continue with their big hitting? That was the case with SRH this season. They were very adamant about playing that attacking brand of cricket right through the season. Even when their top order failed to deliver, none of them tried to build a strong partnership and stay in the middle. As a result, they could only manage a few mediocre scores this season. I'm all in for that attacking type of cricket, but when it fails, there needs to be a backup plan and players need to build partnerships to at least get to defendable totals or chase down targets. Players like Heinrich Klaasen and Nitish Kumar Reddy needed to play that role in the middle order. But for the most of the season, they tried to go big right from the start despite their top order failing. As for their top order, they were not required to stabilize the innings. They were supposed to play freely, and that is exactly what they did. Towards the end of the season, Classic did get a couple of steady knocks, but more of that was needed throughout the season. And as for next season, I expect them to continue with their attacking brand of cricket, but they will also need someone in the middle order who can stabilize the innings when things go south. So this is what I took away from the IPL 2025. What were your biggest takeaways? Let me know in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Beyond Stumps. I'll catch you in the next one.